What if I told you there's a place where every street corner pulses with possibility, where glass towers reflect stories of yesterday while street vendors prepare the tomorrow of flavor? A city where architecture isn't just built, it breathes, it lives, it invites you in. Welcome to the heartbeat of urban life, Washington, D.C. Introduction. Nestled on the banks of the Potomac, Washington, D.C. is often known as the seat of power, yet beyond the monuments and grand facades lies a living, breathing urban tapestry of culture, architecture, and day-to-day humanity. From stately government buildings to lively boulevards lined with cafes and bars, from cobblestone alleys to waterfront avenues, the city is an invitation. Walk its streets, feel its rhythm, meet its people. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 most beautiful places in DC, not just for how they look, but for how people live there, how architecture meets energy, how the city transcends stone and steel to become story. We'll count down from number 10 to number 1 in cinematic fashion, and along the way we'll pause, breathe, and let you imagine the sounds, the aromas, the reflections of glass, and the footsteps of thousands of souls calling the city home. 10. Adams Morgan. Start at the vibrant Fringe, where multicultural energy and color paint every corner. In Adams Morgan, you'll wander down 18th Street as live music hums from open-door bars, as international restaurants spill scents of Ethiopian injera, Latin American grill, Caribbean spice onto the pavement. The buildings are low, bold, often painted in warm hues, graffiti and murals sharing the walls with neon signs. On a Friday evening, the crowds ebb and flow like a tide, young professionals, families, artists all merging. The night is alive laughter, the tapping of a distant drum, the clink of cocktails. This is urban vitality in motion. Mini teaser. And just when you think the city has shown you its bohemian side. 9. H Street Corridor / Atlas District. Move east into a neighborhood humming with transformation, the H Street Corridor. Here the architecture gives way to a post-industrial canvas, brick facades, modern galleries side by side with old theaters, street art spilled across alleyways. During the day you'll pass independent cafes, craft beer pubs, record stores. By night the neon flickers, live bands pour into the street, and conversations swirl under strings of lights. Walk score wise, it's one of the most walkable spaces in the city. The energy is edgy, optimistic, newly molded, the city reshaping itself and inviting you to see it in flux. Mini teaser. But wait till you see where the city's roots meet its glass and steel future. 8. Dupont Circle. In the heart of DC, Dupont Circle stands as an intersection of diplomacy, culture, and everyday life. The architecture is grand. Embassies, historic mansions, tree-lined avenues, and a circular fountain framed by benches where locals pause for a moment. You'll hear languages from every continent, mixed with students skipping across the grass, professionals taking a coffee break, and tourgoers absorbing the vibe. As dusk falls, the streetlights glow, cafes stir, and the circle's fountain catches the reflection of illuminated windows around it. The balance of old-world charm and progressive urban life is tangible. Mini teaser. Now shift your gaze upward, because architecture never felt so theatrical. 7. Penn Quarter and Chinatown. This district pulses, a donut of neon, performance, cuisine, and commerce. Walk through Penn Quarter's theaters, bars, restaurants. The scent of dumplings from Chinatown meets the traffic of business suits. During the evening, the neon arches of Chinatown frame the pedestrians, urban street grid, glass towers above, the hum of metro trains underneath. Here, the architecture is sleek, modern, glass, steel, reflective surfaces, and life flows seamlessly around it. Restaurants spill onto sidewalks, music echoes out of venues, and the city's pulse quickens. The atmosphere, equal parts excitement and sophistication. Mini teaser. Coming up next, a spot that glows like gold when the sun sets behind the skyline. 6. VUE Rooftop, Hotel Washington, Skyline Viewpoint. Pause. Elevate. At VUE Rooftop, perched high above the city, you sip a cocktail as the skyline unfolds before you. From here you can gaze directly at the White House, the Washington Monument, the layering of old and new architecture, the river glinting in the distance. The feeling, you're above it all yet immersed in it. The breeze picks up, lights begin to twinkle, and the city transforms from grid lines into a shimmering tapestry of life. It's a vantage where architecture meets human rhythm, windows alive with stories, towers casting long shadows, the city exhaling into evening. Mini teaser. And just when you think you've seen the city unfold beneath your feet, you step into where the past anchors the present. 5. Capitol Hill. The dome of the U.S. Capitol stands, but look closer. Alongside that majesty lies tree-lined streets of row houses, morning commuters, children pedaling past historic facades, Sunday brunch crowds. Here, government and everyday life intertwine. The architecture is monumental, yet human scale persists in the homes, cafes, tiny markets. The echo of footsteps on sidewalk, the soft hum of conversation among neighbors, the distant chime of a church bell, the city is alive, not simply declared. In the golden morning light, the sandstone and marble glow. In late afternoon, shadows stretch across the lawns. Mini teaser. And now we drift to a waterfront rhythm, where the city meets the river and the people meet the water. 4. The Wharf, Southwest Waterfront. Here the buildings lean into the water, and the water leans into the city. The Wharf is the area where chefs, residents, tourists, kayaks, and live music crowds collide. A mile-long stretch of restaurants, bars, open-air performances, and riverside strolls. The architecture, fresh, modern, expansive glass facades opening onto the Potomac, mixed with historic fish market routes. The movement, boat rides, water taxis, footsteps along the pier, conversations on benches as the reflections of neon dance on the rippling water. It's less monument tour and more live the moment, urban spectacle. Mini teaser. Next, a neighborhood you'll feel rather than just see, where the music of the streets becomes the architecture of mood. 3. U Street Corridor. On this historic boulevard, you feel the echo of jazz, the pulse of Black culture, the revival of modern urban life. U Street once was the center of Washington's African-American cultural scene. Now it's a fusion of that heritage with new energy. The architecture is a blend, early 20th century facades, neon signs, new glass front establishments. Live music pours out of clubs, the scent of half-smokes and craft beer mingle in the air, and passers-by pause under murals of visionaries. Walking here at twilight, you sense the layers of history and the promise of now. Mini teaser. And now, the grand number 2, where the rooftop isn't the limit, but the beginning. 2. Old Post Office Clock Tower / Observation Viewpoint. Take the glass elevator up. Above the city's hustle. From the observation deck of the old Post Office Clock Tower, you peer out across a grid of streets, historic rooftops, monuments in the distance, shimmering glass towers behind. The beauty is in the layering. The old postal hall turned public vantage, the dome of the Capitol hovering in the foreground, the Potomac glinting beyond. Hear the migrating birds, the distant sound of metro trains, the murmur of people below. Architecture becomes vantage, life becomes panorama. It's a moment of reflection, both literal and metaphorical, within the urban symphony. Mini teaser. Finally, the number 1 place where this city's heart beats loudest, where architecture, people, energy converge in perfect harmony. 1. Georgetown. Georgetown claims the top spot, and it does so not by overpowering you with monumentality, but by embracing the everyday magic of city life. Here the cobblestone streets wind alongside Georgian row houses, high-end boutiques nestle beside vintage cafes, and the water's edge offers a tranquil counterpoint to urban buzz. The architecture is historic yet lively. The people are strolling, shopping, sitting on benches, filling the air with conversation and the aroma of roasted coffee beans and oven-fresh pastries. At dusk, the river glows. The lights of storefronts reflect in the glassy water. Cyclists pass, and the older buildings lean into the future without losing their past. Walking through Georgetown, you hear the shiver of footsteps on cobbles, feel the breeze off the water, see the reflection of neon in rain-glazed bricks. It's a scene of comfortable elegance and energetic hum, the city, in its most accessible, most charming form. As our journey through Washington, D.C.'s urban landscapes draws to a close, take a breath. The city isn't just a map of monuments or a gallery of historical facades. It's people walking, laughing, creating. It's glass meeting sunlight, row houses harboring life, rooftops where skyline and dreams align. Architecture frames it, but life fills it. In the end, cities aren't just places, they're living stories, waiting for you to walk their streets. Let Washington, D.C. be one of those stories. Let it be your story.